tea is my
What's
favorite.
up?
Really like tea, actually.
I hate tea.
It tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Table Stories Zero.Blue.Orion. Welcome to the show, everyone. How is everyone doing? Are you all well?
Fantastic.
Great.
Festival.
Festiva.
Festivus.
Festivus.
Happy
Festivus like the rest of us.
Yeah. Festiva is my
What is happening?
hero, my villain name. Only around the holidays. I am Festiva.
I've still got TB.
Okay.
All right.
Jay is from Victorian Britain. He's actually live streaming. We didn't know this. He's in a different timeline. Like this whole time, he's actually.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. He's got
My
cholera.
PC steampunk powered.
Hang on, I just gotta top her up.
You just see him with the kettle, like pouring it in.
Steam-powered computer.
Half to tea, half to the.
Yeah.
You can't tell because my webcam's cut off at the waist, but I have to pedal for the whole stream. My internet goes down.
That's really why he's coughing. That's why that's happening. He's just out of breath.
I have to pedal.
That'd be great though if you could power your computer that way and just.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That would be the best thing ever. I need some sort of incentive to do that.
Yeah.
It's water cooled and water powered.
Yeah, the only thing, like, it's powered by you moving your disgusting body, human. Okay, great. I'll take it.
And that's
Please
the ad.
incentivize.
That's what it says in the ad. Move
Dude,
your
I'll take it.
disgusting body, human.
You filthy streamer.
Jesus.
Such a blunt mark.
Yeah.
We know why you bought this.
It would work on me
Yeah.
so much
Get
better
fit.
than like
You're disgusting.
the bullshit slimy way they try and sell you things. You're like, listen, you're fucking gross, dude.
Let's not sugarcoat it. You'll eat that.
You sicken me. Ride this bike.
Emma, I need this. Finally, they're telling me the truth. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you haven't seen the show before, we usually spend the first few minutes diving into our own personal bullshit, and eventually we get to the part where we sort of play in an anime with mecha and.
But first,
Uh,
Trance, thank you
Yes.
for going fucking psychotic at the beginning before we were even live.
yes,
Yes.
Thank
it's
you.
killed many people, and we're very
Yes.
happy. They were all of our competitors.
Slaying them with subs. Thank you so
Wow.
much for those 50 gift subs, Trance. That was fantastic.
Damn.
Crazy.
He did it last night as well, by the way, for Dying Order, just so we're aware. Yeah.
What?
He did it
Missed
last night
that.
as well, yeah.
Missed
Oh, I
that.
missed that.
I think, right?
Jeez.
Am I having like weird deja vu
Maybe
issues?
you
I
You
haven't
did
had
get
much
yourself
sleep.
on one of
before
those
it happened.
disgusting bikes.
Wait, isn't that what a
Powered
Peloton
computer.
is? Is that what that whole thing is? The
What?
weird Peloton bikes with the video screen.
With the girl with the
Yeah.
eyebrows?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
just? I thought that just a guy on the video in front of you, just going, "You're obese, you're disgusting, your family looks away from you. Pedal harder."
Oh, what? No, that's Soul Cycle.
Oh my
God,
god.
That's what that is.
awful.
Brad's buying them right now. Look at him. He's looking it
Yeah,
up on
he's like,
Amazon.
yeah.
Tell you what I am doing.
Add
You know,
to
there's the channel points. I noticed
Yes.
that we haven't done anything with them. I'm just gonna add for 1,000,000 points. Strike, whack Stephen down in anger.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it on myself first, actually, because I have the control of the Table Story channel at the moment. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We get into mecha and we pilot them around, and it's a lot of fun. And we're actually in the middle of combat right now. So, on the last episode of Zero.Blue.Orion, the group was heading further into a mining colony on the planet Theseus 5. They were sent down from a Union Naval Department ship called the Seraph, where their Lancer Squadron and another Seraph Lancer Squadron landed on the planet, try and rescue the mining facility from what appears to be pirates. Luckily, they were in close enough range to actually provide some assistance in a timely manner. And they've been kicking some butt down here on this mining colony. And they've been just vaporizing pirates left and right. And they've been doing a pretty solid job. They've been joined by the doctor that's sort of been looking after them aboard the Seraph and trying to help them with an attachment to something called the firmament. And he actually showed up in a sort of surprise maneuver, dropping all these drones off into this giant space and eliminating many pirates along the way. The group had Robert the Red, the leader of Zephyr Strike, sort of cornered with a few others, and Robert the Red peeled off and basically said that he was going to activate a failsafe because it did not look good for the Zephyr Strike. The group here has been doing some work on those pirates, and Robert the Red sort of went off into the northeastern area up there, and that's where we left off. So, we start on your turn today, folks.
What was the very last thing we did?
It was Robert the Red's turn.
AB bolstered.
I feel like I've had a turn.
No,
this
you
turn.
stabilized.
I think it was just a new
I was
round.
like, oh.
Elgato went,
Yep.
and Robert the Red went.
Right. I know I was freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, because his move is insane,
I
if I remember correctly.
have a move ready.
Sure.
All right. So Quanta is going to, I think he's going to take out, I think he has a cannon underneath the hands of the manipulators of this mech. And he launches towards the point that he has already created, the rip in the firmament. And it's actually going to be his gravity gun. And I'm going to try to pull, I'm going to try to pull this guy closer to that tear. Let me see where I roll this.
Okay, the gravity gun with a 12 attack is a hit.
Sweet.
So,
I'm gonna.
when you attack with this rifle, all targets caught in the area must pass a hull save or take 1d6 energy damage.
That's right. It's right.
And be pulled as close to the center of the blast as possible. So you're aiming at your...
Is it 4?
it's 3. That says blast 3.
So I will aim it here.
Okay.
So I can pull it close into the blast range.
All right, let's see. Got to make a saving throw. Let me just see what their save is here. Alrighty. That's a 21.
Oh, okay.
That's a 21.
Okay.
Unfortunate for you. Yeah, you see the gravity guns start to like spool up and fire.
All right.
Okay, sample's just not working again. Let's go ahead and change the profile. Let's close the GoXLR app and load it back up real quick. Let's just do that because that worked last time.
That wasn't it. Yeah, and then I'm going to throw, if I have the range 5. Yeah, I'm going to throw a ground mine on top of him.
All right. Okay, so you used a skirmish for the gravity gun?
Yep.
Or are you using your
I should have used skirmish here.
Okay, because you can do your barrage.
Well, I could skirmish and then I can. Oh. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll barrage.
Okay.
But it's a full action. I don't get a quick action. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll barrage. I'll throw the grenade onto him. Excuse me. They have to pass an agility save.
Okay. There's no attack roll or anything for you? Just an agility save from them?
Grenade can be thrown at a single character in range. Here, I'll post it.
That's a lot of text.
That is a lot. I'm sorry. The character is slowed.
Is it agility save?
Yeah, it's just an agility.
That is a 13. All right. What is your save DC? Save target 12. That's a success. They
That is a
they
success.
saved. Yes.
Okay.
Saved on both.
All right. I will just.
Does it say what happens if there's like a or be affected by the grenade? Character must pass an agility saving throw or be affected by the grenade. Character slowed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
That sucks, dude.
No, it just misses.
So you did hit for the damage on the gravity gun, though. That was
Oh,
a
good.
success.
Okay, all right,
and
but the
that's,
pull didn't work.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so that's good.
So let's see. That's 4 damage. Okay, so the gravity gun kind of like goes off, and there's some like shrapnel that sort of like gets pulled off. Maybe some of the crates. The crate that's like right over here kind of like gets sucked in and like moves over there. Like you hear this like horrible grinding as it like squeals like off of the conveyor belt into the side metal over to the side here. Now, I guess it sort of like heads towards the singularity. What do you think happens to the crate?
As it gets towards the singularity.
Yep.
I think it starts to get. I think it starts to get super hot towards the side of it, and maybe even there will start to see some like cherry red as it starts to, or like around the corners of it as it gets close to the singularity. I think if you get super close to the singularity, you will get like sucked into the firmament, and that's where a lot of the damage comes from.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that. I don't think it's at that range yet where it'll get affected by that.
So it probably like turns red, and I think it starts to crumple. You see, like
Yeah.
It sort of like spins and smacks into the wall, probably like over here, I think.
Awesome.
And the gravity gun shrapnel flies off probably from the crate, maybe some of the stuff around, smacks into the pyro. And you can see its armor absorbs a lot of the damage, but it does take some damage from the attack.
Nice.
Are you moving? Are you doing anything else on your turn?
That will be my turn. I don't think I can move after a barrage, can I?
You
No,
have
I'm
a
gonna stay right
regular
here.
movement in a barrage. You can still do a regular movement.
I will stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
For $2.99, you can upgrade that regular movement to a large.
Oh, right. I should do that. Is that only for today?
Christmas special.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll have to think about that.
We
Then.
want to drink with it.
So it looks like the gravity gun was not successful, but it does seem as if down here I could have a little bit of attention down here.
So you could do with a bit of attention, or you
I could do with a bit of attention, yes. Copy.
Okay. Let's see. And it's going to be the bad guys go. Pirates go. All right. Well, how come this guy's not on the list? How come that guy's not on the list? We need to put them on there. Okay. The assault mech that's up here is going to go. Near the north. And let's see. It's got to contend with a bunch of scrap. I think it's going to climb up on top of the crate And as it moves, it will take some damage from the drones, the mines that were deployed by the Iskander, by Quanta. And that was 3 damage? Is that correct?
3.
Jesus Christ. Armor piercing, 3 damage every friggin' round. Maybe it won't move then.
Stay where you are.
Okay, it's actually going to aim at Rashman. It's not going to move. Oh, I think it took its damage already because we had the conveyor belt move.
Yes.
Conveyor belt move. We did the conveyor belt first, so that damage happened. Even though it's at the end of the turn, I think it happens first, because we did them first before.
It happens once around.
Yeah, it happens once around. So I think it's good. It can move. It's going to climb up on top of the crate over here, and that way it won't take any penalty from cover, and we'll fire. I think it's gonna fire its heavy assault rifle. This is gonna head towards Boomslang. That's a shitty roll. Okay, that's gonna be only a 6.
Stop
Take it, that's a
trying to
miss.
hit me and hit me. Yeah,
All right,
it's a
then
miss.
it fires its boarding clutch towards.
Is that same bullshit that it got me with
It's
last
got
time?
the grappling hook. Yeah, see the grappling hook start to spool up.
Because this hurts as well.
That's a 13 versus your evasion.
Just about hits.
Okay, that's 7 kinetic damage. Or actually, I'm sorry, it has to move closer. It can't do it. It's not close enough, and I can't split up the movement. I'm sorry, my bad. Luckily
That
for
doesn't
you,
hit me.
it does not hit you. It's only range 5. Can't do it.
Going for that.
Instead, it will fire. Yeah, this one still has that. It's gonna fire its missile barrage. This one, I think can only hit Rashman. Rashman, give me a give me an agility save. Hull save. Sorry, hull save.
It's
12, I think, is just barely a make. Okay, so yeah, you see the missiles start to fire off Rashman, but luckily it's far enough away that you're able to kind of just barely get out of the way of the missile barrage that goes off. And a bunch of explosions start to go off all about you. But yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way. Very nice. That's it for its turn. Who's
I have
going
a
next?
question,
What's that?
which isn't necessarily for right now, but might be something for the Lancer nerds. If I teleport after being grappled by that thing, does it break the grapple, or can I not teleport because of the grapple?
I think it depends on what it says for your...
My reactionary thing where I
Yeah, I think it depends on the text.
says teleport up to 1d6 spaces as a reaction.
Let me just
Yeah.
see what the grapple does, because grapple might cancel reactions, if I remember
That's what
correctly.
I figured. If anything, the grapple's movement thing probably is what does it, but I didn't know. I'm just curious, just in case it happens later on.
I want to say that grapple cancels reactions.
Okay. Immobilize.
Both mechs are engaged and cannot boost or use reactions.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. Okay. Well, outside of that, at this point, I think I'm probably waking up, and I think after Quanta speaks, I'll say,
yeah, right. Elgato, Aurora, back up Quanta, Rashman with me. Take out this one up ahead of us.
Copy that.
Roger.
I guess do it in any order, but probably best if one of you lot goes. How many do we have left?
I've already gone, so.
No one's gone. This is the start.
I also have gone.
You've been today?
Yeah.
Not to.
Well,
I haven't been today, but we ended
turn.
with my turn. Yeah.
Oh, and it was the first? Because I can't remember if
Yeah.
I went or not last time.
You didn't
No.
go. With
No,
first-
I was the
action
first to
last
go,
time.
and then the.
You went, then him.
Yep.
Because that
And
dude
then today's
vanished.
episode started.
That dude vanished round there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's technically still got to go as well. All right. Well, I'm not moving yet, so whoever else wants to go.
I can make it down to Quanto if you want me to, Boomslang. Yeah, do it. Alright. Watch out, Doc. I'm coming past.
I just figure people should try and hit ones that haven't had turns yet. That's the thing. And the only one in front of me and Rashman is just gone, so.
Might I recommend somebody with range? No offense, I just know that there is a tear in the firmament just up ahead and that'll do bad things to your mech. And I'm pretty spry, Doc. I can run straight down to that mech at the bottom of the corridor unless your stuff's gonna break me. I don't think you'd want to do that, and I do not wish to see what would happen.
Aurora is your only option.
Yeah.
Because Elgato's gone, and
Yeah.
Rashman going all the way down to the bottom seems silly.
I don't mind, sir. I'll do it.
I've
Be
given you
careful.
your orders.
Understood.
All right, minimum damage spooling up.
Charging through a rift.
This is absolutely going to go really well.
Surely he knows that it's a rift there, though.
Would we recognize this as a rift? As generic Lancer
How
pilots?
far can you see? Can you click on the ruler and just show me like how far?
Oh, I can't
Have
see
we done
shit.
training with Quanta before? Because I don't know if we know of. I know we know of each other.
Right.
I don't know if we know about him in battle. Have we trained with
what
him?
you do.
I can see about to there.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's about the edge of my range.
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Keep in mind the crates are going to cost you an extra space.
Do they only if I go across them? Because I
Correct.
can go around them,
you
right?
can go
Yeah.
around them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Aurora will boost. So I'm going to do my movement twice.
Okay. So before you complete this movement that you have already started, I should point out that
God.
you run into something. That's why I asked. It's one hex out of your range. It's hilarious. Okay, so you start barreling along. We start to see Aurora start to charge forward, and then you get to here, and you see there's a giant pile of scrap mech in the way, along with a crate. Where do you go from here?
So how much is it going to cost me movement to get to like over the mech to there?
You can climb across the crate. It's going to cost you an extra space.
So 1, 2, 3. So to get to there would take all my movement?
I think this is 6 where you are right now.
Okay, so that would leave me 4 left if I'm boosting. So I got 2 movements. That's 10 spaces.
Okay.
So I got 4 movements left. So we'll go.
Uh-huh.
I'll do this one by one. 1, 2. Round the rift.
So-
3.
So
Well, that's a blast.
That's in the blast of the rift.
Yeah, it's a blast too, I think, right?
Yeah. So
What happens?
What happens when he gets close to the rift, please? Quanta.
I tried to warn him. So it is. This is the tear in the firmament. When you take this action, do stuff. They can't take reactions. While inside the zone, characters other than you cannot take reactions, and any character except you starts this turn inside the zone. You must pass systems or take 2 heat and become slowed until the end of the next turn.
And that says
I'm
when they
alright then,
start
aren't I?
their turn in that?
Yes. So yeah, if you run through it, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Sweet. I forgot what I got us to. Was that 4 or was that?
We'll put fine in quotations. Well, 6.
Yeah. It's like that meme where everything's on fire.
That is 4.
Fine.
I believe
This
that
is
is
fine.
4. I believe that is 4. No, that's 3. You have
Okay,
one
fire
more.
is
One
reality.
more.
So 4.
Uh-huh.
And then I will use my passive to do a lunge of 3.
Oh, good.
But I only need
Get out of there.
to get to there. And then I will punch this mech in the face.
I didn't know how fast you move. That's sweet.
I'm speedy.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So I feel like there is stuff that happens like as you go through the rift. There's this like horrible, you know, like whenever they try and like show people going through a black hole or something like in a sci-fi movie, and it's all like distorted, and they're all like, you know, like they're all like twisted.
yeah, they make distorted noise. Yeah.
There's like this horrible like crunching sound that comes from your mech. It's like it's the worst sounds
Yeah,
ever.
the shuddering of the panels.
Lots of pizzicato strings that are out of tune.
Exactly.
Right. I don't know what that was in the middle of the corridor, but I've made it through. I'm engaging. That was a tear in the firmament. I tried to warn you. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Just let me concentrate, okay?
As you say that,
Do I need to complete this attack because it's part of the lunge?
not
move?
yet.
Okay.
As you say that, as you get near the this sort of like tear in the firmament, there's a second where you kind of black out, and you are brought to a sort of different place for a second. There's something that happened in Nero's past that's not too pleasant of a reminder to Nero. Something that they screwed up with pretty badly, right?
Yeah.
I think you start to see members of your old crew. You'll have to forgive me. I named them because I didn't want to spoil this for you. You see Zombie, Renegade, Damon, and Raven taking fire behind a wall. And how do you screw up this assault?
So
What happened?
I can't hear. There's too much noise. There's comm chatter. There's garbled transmissions. Things are being jammed. And I think I hear someone say, "Blow Alpha." I try and confirm it, but I just get garbled static back. And I go with what I think I heard. And I spool up the primer. I look at the building that I expect to explode. I hit the trigger, and the one on the left, not the one I'm looking at, just goes up in flame instantly from the floor to the roof, almost imploding in on itself in a ball of fire. And my comms just crackle back in with screams and shouts.
The ambassador's dead! The ambassador's dead! We're taking friendly fire! Friendly fire! Oh god, there's so much blood!
What should be your crew people that we know, that the audience saw, killed in Dr. Prism's lab, each of their faces is different than what you remember. You see a face that we would know as Kazmaro in place of each of their faces. They still have their bodies, almost as if Kaz's face is transposed on each of them. The Aunic that you're supposed to be fighting in this encounter are not the Aunic Ascendancy. They're mirror smoke mercs. And as a bullet whizzed past your head, you're brought back.
Fuck. Fuck. You alright? Everything alright down there? Who's speaking? What? What do you mean? Who is it? Who are you? This is Quanta. Everything alright? Yes, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
I just cut comms straight off.
Engaging.
And I'll just sort of try and shake it off and focus on throwing a punch at this chap in front of me.
Minimum damage.
Minimum damage.
You
can
ever
see
roll
the-
the 2 there?
Not even a 3, a 2.
It's all or nothing.
Like just a
That's all
2.
it is.
So
Doesn't matter
your
if I roll
fist
the
just
dice.
kind of like scrapes off of the armor of the pyro here, but doesn't contact it fully. You can see that its armor just seems to absorb most of the attack here.
Okay, so with my final... actually, let's go...
You did use a boost to remember to move.
Yeah, which is just one quick action, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that lunge has got... That's my free D3 is my core passive. My core active is still going, so I'm going to use another one of my charges to do another D3. There we go. That's not a 1.
Again, your attack sort of grazes against the armor, this horrible like grating noise.
Okay, I'll use... Let me just check.
Pyros,
one more.
These pyros have a lot of armor sitting on top of them.
Okay, I'll use one more of these charges. Finally, a 3.
A 3. Okay, this one's like a solid connect. But you can see again the armor absorbs the attack.
Damn it. Okay, so with my one remaining quick action, I'll try and hit it with my actual Jali combat sheath.
Okay. So
Cool.
you try and strike out with the Jali combat sheath, but the pyro sort of, I guess from the like 3 rapid attacks from your fist, kind of gets like pushed out of the way as you stab towards it with the combat sheath, and it just dodges out of the way.
Okay, and just to check now, if I overcharge, that gives me 1 extra quick action.
Correct. I think this is your second overcharge, if I'm not mistaken.
I overcharged in the previous combat, but not in this one on the conveyor belt.
Still, I believe it's for the day. I think for overcharge, it's until your next
okay.
rest.
Oh, but because we
We
rested
did
at the end
rest,
of the last
yeah.
one and
No,
cleared all our heat.
full rest.
Oh,
okay.
10 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to overcharge again.
Okay. I can't remember if this is your second or third.
This would just be my second.
Okay. So this is a D3.
D3.
Ooh, 3 heat.
Okay. And that gives me one quick action, right?
Correct.
So I will attempt to grapple this pyromech.
Interesting. Okay.
Don't actually do I just have to make a successful?
It's a hull. I think hull versus hull. I think for a grapple.
Okay.
Let me just double check on that.
I'll add this heat damage.
It says melee attack.
Is this a dark station?
What?
Is this a dark station? Like, is this lights off? Like, is this?
Oh, the light. I mean, most of the lights are off. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
It's definitely dark for me. I can barely see my fist in front of my face. Yeah, so I did wonder if it's like a successful melee attack to grapple.
I think it's just a roll I think it's just a regular D20. So flat D20.
Let's do it.
11. Let me just double check. This is on hit. I think that is a hit. Let me just check. Yeah, that's a hit. You have grappled them. Okay. We'll use a little net there. They are officially grappled. So you are also unable to use boosts and reactions while you are grappling.
Cool.
Alrighty. That it for your turn.
That's my lot.
So yeah, you see Aurora just kind of like strike with its fist, ringing on the armor, strike out with the Shaoli combat sheath, and sort of uses its like pain fist to grab this thing. I think probably by like the arm or something, and hold it solid. I think the pyro. I think that the pyro is going to. I think it's going to go. Okay. First, it's the pyro that is next to you. And as a thing that it has an unshielded reactor, and you have started your turn next to it. It's getting rather warm. Take 3 heat.
All right, that takes me to 6.
All right.
Oh, there's a fucking pyro down there. I didn't realize that's what it was. Man, that's a lot of those little fuckers.
So, go ahead and roll a d6 here. Make sure that you. Is this your first reactor stress?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d6. Okay, that's probably bad.
Of course it is.
Okay, you are jammed until the end of your next turn. You can only make improvised attack, grapple, and ram actions. You cannot use comms to talk to other players. You cannot make or benefit from tech actions. You cannot take reactions. And you move your heat back down to 0. Your reactor stress goes to 1.
All right.
Let's give you... What can we give you for jammed? Let's use this little cyclone swirly do. Okay. That's a free action that it gets. Next, it will use its flamethrower at you. And this is... It's a +2. That is a 16 versus your evasion. I'm assuming that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. You take 3 burn. I'm going to put the little Philadelphia Flyers logo on you, and you get a tick of 1. So you take 3 damage through your armor. And this guy's going to take some heat. Let me just check on the burn. I know it's 3 damage, and you get like a dot on you. That's basically 1 damage until you get it taken off with an engineering check. Okay, where'd it go? Burn, burn, burn.
This is the worst rescue mission ever.
You're doing just fine. I just can't remember. You don't take heat damage as well. It's just the dot. Okay.
My rescue mission's going pretty well.
Okay, so that's 1 attack with a quick action. Let me just see. How can it break your grapple? Similar force movement. Okay, it is going to try to ram you. Okay. With a ram attack, it will break your grapple and knock you prone. Ooh! That is a 15.
14.
Okay. Grapple is broken. And you get knocked back 1 and knocked prone. Okay. Prone, jammed, and burning. Okay.
Wow.
And let's see. It's going to... Oh, it takes heat damage. I'm sorry. It used its flamethrower. It takes heat. So it did take 4 heat from that. Okay, and that was a quick. We used another quick. I think that's everything. This is just a free action. Gets to use its fire break shield, apparently, at the end of its turn. So it will throw up one of those nice flame shield thingies. And let me just see exactly if it can cast this right on top of you or not. I don't know.
Oh, I hope it can.
Oh, it has to be free spaces. Okay, never mind. Just to add fuel to the fire. Okay. That is going to be it for its turn. It's going to put the fire down, and that will be it. Who is going next?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry. If a character is standing here, would they have a clear line of sight into this room?
They not the full room, but they would have a decent view.
Okay.
That answers your question. I don't know.
Yes. I, again, don't care really what order everyone does this in, but I'm going to say to Rashman.
Rashman. Yeah? You take out the leader, Clifford the big red dog. Consider it done. I'll deal with this one.
Point with my thing at this guy. Just because I figure that Rashman does a lot more damage than me. But I probably won't go now. But I know that the movement is bullshit, right? If he moves to here, he can still get in there, but he can't get past. As soon as you're next to a dude, you're engaged and you have to stop your movement regardless, right?
So it's only in the middle of a barrage. Like you have to complete the full barrage before.
But his movement, if he wouldn't be able to move past this dude without stopping while he moves into this guy's threat range. I don't know what your movement is. I'm just trying to guess.
As soon as he moves into the threat range, the guy can attack.
You're stopped, right? Okay.
You don't get stopped unless they had some kind of attack that would stop him.
All right. Would I be able to use my jump jet system so I can move across obstacles without difficulty? Awesome. Sweet.
There you go. Then I leave it between you and... All right, PB's been.
What?
Sorry. You had your turn on this round. Sorry. Okay.
Yep. At the end of the last episode.
Right.
Then probably best that you go.
All right. I'm confused with turn order, but I think I've reloaded everything except my... I'm trying to figure out, like, I think... Yeah, I've reloaded everything except for my Cyclone Pulse Rifle. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and see exactly how far I need to go. I might just be able to make it.
I cannot find my line of fire spell, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, here we go. Fucking finally.
Alrighty. I guess I'll move up here, and I'll use my jump jet system and my boost so I can move past this guy. Let's see. I'll put me right here.
Okay. As you enter into this space, first off, the pirate that you go past is going to get to attack you with its heaviest... Just to be clear, which path did you had to go within one? Okay, so yeah, it's got a combat knife that will attack you with. That's a fail. It's a 5. I'm assuming your evasion's higher than that. So the combat knife like swings out. I think it just wasn't expecting you to move that quickly as you sort of like charge forward and like jump jets take off and launch over the crate. Doesn't get out the Zhao combat knife that it has. And as you go into the room, you can see that Robert the Red in his mech is sort of like standing around various controls and things. And there are people in here, actual people, not robots. There was a distress call that was put out for the facility, and it wasn't by robots. It was by people. There's 5 people in here, and you can see that each one has what appears to be something strapped to their chest.
Boomslang? What is it? I think we might have a hostage situation here. Oh, shit. It appears that all the people who sent out the distress beacon, they have something strapped to their chest. I'm gonna guess it's nothing good. The leader in there? He is. Can you take him out without? I can't make any promises. This is gonna get really ugly. And who knows, he might actually have the controls. Second I start firing, he might just...
Dead man switch. You got anything that can shut his mech down remotely?
Not with one hit. Sorry to eavesdrop. I do think that it is very important that we do not move any of the hostages. I would highly recommend not to.
Yeah, agreed.
This is going to be difficult. Maybe we can negotiate. Who the fuck is that? I believe that's Aurora coming from the other side of the firmament.
The other side. Right, Rashman, I'm on my way. Just see if you can engage with him. See what he says.
All right. see if I can talk to him.
I'm going to try to patch over to Robert the Red.
Okay.
Robert, what are we doing here? Just stay back! Stay back! I'll kill them, I swear! I'm staying right here, Robert. But we need to come to some terms so nobody gets hurt. Terms? Terms? I ain't signing for any fucking terms! You're gonna let us all out of here, I'm gonna kill all these people! Alright, calm down. I'm going to inform my leader. Let's just be calm.
I'm going to patch right over to Boomsling.
It doesn't seem to be reason. Somebody we can reason with. He's threatening to kill all the hostages unless we let him go.
Do we know how? Do we know if he has a dead man switch or not?
I don't think we'd be able to tell. Not unless I can do some scanning.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Is there any way for me to analyze the controls that he's using to see if he is using a dead man switch?
Absolutely. Great question. So, on a scan, you can do a tech attack to learn either target's full statistics or hidden information. I think this would qualify as hidden information.
Alrighty. I'll go ahead and... So that isn't going to alert him, is it, if it's a failure?
Who knows? You know what? This is a risky roll. So, just to clarify, on a risky roll, pull up the exact text for this. See if I can find it. Looking for risky. Okay, so difficult, risky, and heroic rolls. When rolling a risky skill check, the character always suffers the consequences or a lesser version of them on any result under 20.
Wow.
A risky roll has clear and obvious complications, even on a success. Normally, this is used in narrative play, but I think it's extremely applicable here.
Is it? Do dirty 20s count?
Dirty 20s count.
Okay.
All right.
I also like that phrase. I feel like that's a show name, by the way.
Yeah,
that's like a Patreon goal. Table Story OnlyFans.
Oh god.
That is definitely a Patreon goal. The dirty 20s.
Jay's gonna be in for a big surprise when he gets back.
Complete rebrand.
All right. I just want to let you guys know that this is going to be very, very risky. If he finds out what I'm doing, he might just blow up the hostages.
Oh, the way I see it, we've got three options. Either you try and figure out what's going on without letting him know. Either you try and take him out with the greatest precision shot of your entire life and hope it's not a dead man switch. Or there's a third option where I might be able to get in there, hide myself from him and pick up all the hostages and get out, but it's gonna be damn risky. I say we try and do it this way.
Or we could let him go, but just him. Then when he's out of range of the hostages, I'm sure he'll be shot.
Well, how do you know that he's going to stay true to his word? What if he detonates the devices on the hostages to aid in his escape?
We don't even know what he wants.
He
wants to get out.
Well, he wants this place, though.
I don't think anymore.
Let him walk.
Let him walk. The place is covered in mines. He's not going to want this place anymore after we're done with it. I don't think he wants it now.
Ask him how he would feel if it was just him. None of his men. See if he agrees to it then.
Just he walks and then we take this guy out next to me?
That's right. Only
All
him.
right. I'll ask. I don't know if it's going to be a yes to that, but we'll see.
Only one way to find out.
Robert? Are you gonna do what I say? I want these fucking mines disabled, and I want my men out of here now! Calm down. I just talked with my team. We can let you go and only you. That's the only way we're gonna let this happen.
Oh, we need a roll. We need a roll. This is, I guess, you know, we're breaching narrative versus pilot stuff, but let's do it. We need
Not allowed.
We need some kind of.
My Lancer.
I think we need some kind of. You have, I guess, you have charm. You can try and roll that.
I don't want to try to self-sabotage myself, but Flanagan's lost a lot of his edge. He doesn't really have the same Flanagan charm like he used to.
All right, make a grit roll then. Actually, no, I'm sorry, flat D20. You don't get grit on it if you don't have
That's
a.
not true.
Do you have leader still?
Power is within you
have-
still.
I do have.
Always been in you. The power of Christmas lies within your bones.
I have to save
You Flanagan.
Christmas.
Let me see.
Just
I do
like
have-
you can save Christmas if you join us for the Shield Show this Saturday for goblins that stole Christmas.
I do have leader inspire. Would that?
I don't think so.
Ah, crap.
I mean, what is it's just so close to being a charm anyway, right? It's just the other charm. So just do that.
Inspire all of the hostages to jump on his neck. That way, if he blows up them, he takes himself out too.
You want to be a hero of Union?
I need everyone to smile on your brother.
I've done my part.
Oh man.
Some fucking Starship Troopers advertisement there. Do your part. Kill some bugs.
Okay. All right. Let's
Flat
do the
D20.
flat D20.
Risky roll.
Oh no! It wouldn't have mattered.
Actually, no, this wasn't the risky roll.
Do you
this
have
is
plus 16 in anything? Maybe.
so
you
this,
got it.
so this was just
Hold
you.
on,
Give
let's
him
not,
it.
let's
This-
not freak out.
This was you trying to convince this guy.
yeah.
No deal! No deal! Disarm the mines! Let me and my men out of here! Or I'm gonna kill all these people! I'll do it! Okay, alright. I'll get back to you. Just don't do anything that you're gonna regret.
Do anything rash? I thought you were.
I thought
Don't
about
do anything rash, man.
Wait a minute.
There are no rashes when I'm
Remember
around.
everything.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. He wants him and his men out, and for us to deactivate the mines. Then there's
How many men does he even have left?
Well, the one right next to us. Then I
That we
guess
know
the
of.
one next to Aurora.
How many by Aurora?
I'd presume just the one.
I'm only picking
down
up
there.
one.
Just the one that I can see. Here's the thought. Why don't we pretend to agree with what he's going to propose and tell him to send us over how many men he has left?
And then I shoot him in the head.
Yeah, either you or me. I am loaded and ready to go for that, sir. But if he has a dead man switch, it's...
How many hostages?
5 that I could see.
3 of them for 5 innocents. I say we let him go. We've
Yeah.
taken down most of them. Let him out. How far are they going to go? We've got 2 of his men tied up. He doesn't know that. We
I
can
agree.
question them for where their hideout is, where they're likely to go next. Maybe we can chase them down.
I believe this was their hideout. I don't think they have anywhere else to go.
Well, they got to go somewhere if we're letting them out.
Off planet, maybe.
Depends who will take them in, if you have nothing. well, it's better than losing these innocents.
No, I'm of agreement. All right, I'll talk to him. So we're in agreement. We're agreed
See if you can figure out how many men he's got left.
All right.
And where they are so that we can disable the mines. Make it sound like we have other traps that we would need to disable depending on where they are.
Gotcha. I do have to say how wonderful this is to be in the field with all of you. This has been an honor.
You too, Doc.
Yeah, it's been fun. You gotta show me that sort of firmament ripping technology. That's some cool stuff. I've been trying.
Now's not the time.
Yes, exactly.
We
Okay,
have
all right.
hostages.
It's a good idea. Should I try to convince him that there are other traps so he's more dependent upon being truthful to us and not blowing up the hostages?
Oh, 100%. Tell him we have another team that's moving in, so we need to know where the rest of his team is and their location so that we can stop them. But tell him we agree.
All right.
Which isn't too far from the truth.
I'm gonna go ahead and patch in and talk to him now. Robert.
Are you gonna do it?
Yes.
You have to kill these people.
You don't have to kill these people. We're going to go forward with this plan. But first, we need to know how many more of your men are alive, so we know how many people we're dealing with, what we need to deactivate, so all of you can get out safe.
I think we need a roll for this. I don't know if it's quite deception, but it's like a convince of some kind. I guess give me a flat d20.
Right.
A 10. All right.
I've only been able to get in contact with the two of my men that are here.
Only two?
You killed the rest.
Okay. That's simple enough. Just hang tight.
You bunch of murderers.
Okay, well, I mean, who has the bomb strapped to hostages? Come on. Come on, really? Really? You gonna
Listen,
do that?
this is a precautionary measure.
Uh-huh.
We just wanted to get the minerals and get out of here. That's what we were paid to do. I mean,
Paid to do?
we needed these minerals.
Who's paying you?
Listen, we have a deal. Turn off the mines. We'll get out of this place. Then the bombs will be deactivated.
How am I to be sure that you're going to deactivate the bombs?
Now, am I going to be sure that you'll deactivate the mines?
The mines will be deactivated.
So
We're
you
agreed.
say?
We'll let you out. But how do I know that you're going to keep your word? What exactly do you have on those hostages?
Give me another roll on d20.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
Yes!
Yes!
It's a dead man switch. If I go down, the bombs go off.
Then we have no reason to attack you. But how are you going to deactivate this dead man switch so we can trust you?
Once we get clear of the facility, and I know my men and the mines are deactivated, I will send you the code to disable the bombs.
Fair deal. All right, hang tight. I'm gonna relay this information to my team. So it is a dead man switch. I'm really happy I didn't take him out. He said that if we'd let him go, that he'll send us the code to deactivate the bomb. So long as we take down our mines and let him go. There's only two of them left. So one next to me and the one next to Aurora. We killed the rest.
You think he's telling the truth?
Well, truth or not, there are 5 innocents on the line. Do we really want to risk it?
I don't want to risk even letting them go.
How quick to walk?
Well, not that I don't want to let them go. I mean, he's walking out of here with a dead man switch still. What's to stop him from setting it off?
Did he mention where he would go? He didn't say anything about that. He said that he would relay the code once he's left, and we'll be able to deactivate the bombs.
Well, we still have 2 that we can question later.
We do.
Trying to figure out what they were doing here.
And I don't think he has any intentions of killing innocent civilians. Not
Honestly,
unless
sir,
it needs him.
He sounded pretty stupid.
Yeah, stupid people do stupid things.
Well, he's scared and he's upset that a lot of his men are dead. And he wants to get out. I don't think he'd go as far as to kill innocent civilians. At least that's my gut feeling.
I'm inclined to agree, sir.
All right. Take the deal.
All right.
Should deactivate our minds first, show him we're in good faith, and then tell him we'll escort them out.
Robert, we've agreed to the deal. We'll go ahead and let your men free, yourself included. We'll escort you out. How's that sound?
All right. Then the codes will be transmitted once my men and I are free.
All right, Robert. You got a lot of emotions going on right now. Your head. You have a reason to be upset. But let's stick to this deal. Be faithful to it. We don't want any more dead. Really trusting you here, Robert.
Fucking crazy Union bastards! You know when was supposed to die?
All right. Let's move out.
All right. You disable the mines.
No, yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
The cyan glowing stainless steel drones stop humming, and they all just clunk and bounce off of the metal and start to roll back towards Quanta, and the backpack, like the bottom compartment, comes out in a shelf, and they all just back up into it, and it slowly raises up back into the backpack.
Alrighty. So, you all start to escort the pirates basically out of the facility.
Whoa.
I don't...
I would leave 2 people behind with the hostage.
Yep.
Okay. Who?
Quanta Elgato.
Roger.
Stay behind with the hostages.
Very well.
The 3 of us will escort these 3 out. And if anything goes wrong, don't risk the dead man switch.
I say to the other 2 that are coming with me, Aurora and Rashman. And then us 3 will escort those 3. I know it's slightly more risky, but...
So, 3 of you go and 2 stay behind. Robert the Red and the pirates start to head out the facility. You make it to the outside of the mining facility. And Robert the Red comes over your comms.
All right. As soon as we're 1 kilometer away from the facility, I'll send the code. No one is to follow.
Understood. I'm trusting you here, Robert.
Shouldn't have trusted them.
And he starts to march off with the pirates. And maybe like a couple minutes later, you get the code.
Thank God.
I'm gonna relay that code over to Elgato.
I see that, thank you. I'll start disabling now.
We confirm the hostages are safe.
We're about to.
I would like to, while still in my mech, can I use my grabby hands to disable the code on the first one?
Your creepy little manipulator arms? Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh. Just in case it fucking blows up.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a... Let's see. What kind of thing shall I have you roll for this? I think it's a flat D20. And you have 2 accuracy. Oh. Ooh. So, use your manipulator arms to enter in the code. And you basically get a signal that the bombs have been disabled.
All of them?
The bomb, as soon as it falls away from the chest of the first person, they all fall off.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Everybody's okay. Bombs have been disabled, and they're off of the hostages now.
The hostages don't seem to be able to speak to you. They don't have comms or whatever, or they've been disabled. So they're trying to, like, you know, sort of like wave to you, I guess. And just
Alright, get out of your mechs.
Yeah.
Doc, see if you can check them over, make sure they're not injured.
Very well.
Copy that.
Do we still know if we have our hostages that we left back in the facility?
Rashman, Aurora, go get them. Bring them up.
All right.
I'm gonna stay here. On the way, give me a pirate body count.
Understood.
One set.
And I hop out of my mech.
I patch into Quanta real quick.
Quanta,
Yes.
we didn't request reinforcements. Alpha Team did.
Very well. I
Did
will
you
go pick up with Alpha Team.
Oh, no. I'm asking whether you ended up in the wrong position. What were your orders?
My orders were to come down and help.
Here, specifically, or just
so you actually
wherever you
were
land?
ordered to assist this team.
This team. I was ordered to assist you all, as it is my duty.
Okay. Rashman, Aurora, can you get me that sit rep? I'm gonna patch through to the Seraph. I'll find out what's happening.
I'll go ahead and send the details right over as soon as I got them.
Okay, so we can kind of fast forward a little bit here as you essentially get the lay of the land. 29 enemy mechs destroyed, which would have made a total of 33 in this section. That basically your assignment. And you let 3 go.
Does the math not work out there? 29 of 33, we're missing one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I screwed up the math because I was trying to do it too fast in my head.
I'm just waiting for someone to fucking die. The one behind. All right.
Cue the death music.
So 29 of
remembers.
So
29 of 32.
Yeah, 29 of 32.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So we let 3 of them go, but we still have 2 alive hostages, I guess, or
Yeah, there's
prisoners of war?
two prisoners. Yeah.
5 hostages. Are those hostages doing it? What did they want?
You tied them
Did
up.
they have like crazy information?
You tied them up.
I didn't know if they
You-
were going to be
they-
like, don't do it.
You
They're a
knocked them.
pinata.
Yeah, you knocked them out and you tied them
No,
up.
I think you
No,
mean,
not the prisoners, the
Yeah, he means
hostages.
the people that
Oh,
had the bombs strapped
okay.
to them.
So,
Yeah.
so after this is sort of situated, you are able to communicate with the hostages. You get some kind of comm setup going because there's not really like a breathable atmosphere on this planet. there's probably certain sections of the facility, like these offices or whatever, that have proper like blast doors on them, like hatches. So there's like breathable atmosphere when it's turned on, but this place has sort of been fucked up. So they actually didn't have too much air left without getting into proper close quarters and getting the atmosphere turned back on. So if things had taken too much longer, they wouldn't been able to breathe. They would have suffocated. So you're able to sort of get the atmosphere going in one of the storage facility offices here, and start to talk to the hostages. And we can roleplay that part out. Will take a little while to do, so we can assume that it all kind of happens at the same time. You get your report back, get the atmosphere turned on, etc. One of the hostages, finally able to sort of communicate, takes off their helmet. It's a woman. She's got her hair is kind of like pulled back, like into a tight black ponytail, and she says, "Thank you so much for saving us."
Yeah, of course. Is anybody injured?
Just some minor bumps and bruises. They weren't trying to hurt us, it seemed like.
Well, that's good to hear. Is there anyone else that we need to rescue? Or is this it?
We operate on a skeleton crew here. There's new shifts that get brought in every week. But this is our shift. It's just the 5 of us
okay.
that are working.
Okay. You're okay now. Calm down. You're okay. Did you happen to hear them speaking at all? What were they going for?
They were mentioning something about a big payout. We mostly mine various silicates here. There's not too many rare minerals that we are able to extract from this planet. But there are certain rare metals and fuels that we can sometimes harvest, but we don't have any sort of huge facilities for that. Honestly.
Can I get a list of what you were mining here?
Yes, absolutely. I can have that sent over to you.
That'd be very helpful, thank you. And you have no idea what specifically they were going for?
No, they were seemingly gathering up enough materials for each of their mechs to bring back somewhere, but there wasn't nothing of extreme value that I would assume would be sold for mana.
It might not be that they were trying to sell it. They might be using it for a project or something that we are unsure of at this moment, but this has been very helpful. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much for the help. I can't believe that Union was able to deploy any help for us so quickly.
We happened to be nearby. You're very lucky.
Do you think they would have killed us?
I'm not sure, but you're safe now, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna have the doctor here look over everyone. Just make sure everybody's okay, and then we'll worry about transport.
Well done, Dr. Zephyr. I'll be taking care of you. Right this way, please.
Thank you.
If you need anything, just let me know. My name is Gabriella, okay?
Thank you, Gabriella. I'm Susan.
It's nice to meet you, Susan.
Good to meet you, Susan.
She's like obviously in shock. You know?
Yeah. I will get into the comms and I'll go back into my mech once I have that information that she sends over about what they were. Am I able to look at it and see? Does anything stand out to me as what they might have been going after?
Roll me a flat d20. Let's see if you really know much about...
I have investigate.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. That definitely applies.
Whoops, sorry. I rolled it twice.
20.
Yeah.
Nothing stands out, which is
and that's
weird.
Okay.
It just seems like a lot of like base minerals, like, carbon and, like there's various like quartz and, you know, like a lot of silicates and things that would, you know, it's mostly silicates, but there's some like carbon and stuff in there.
Okay. Wow. All right. I guess I would send this information over.
Captain? Boomslang?
Yeah, I'm not a captain.
Well, you are today. There's something strange about this. I can't really tell what they were going for in here, what they were trying to steal. They've got some carbon, iron, nickel. It's just like basic stuff.
Okay, we can question the prisoners.
Alright. We're also running really low on air here. We managed to get the atmosphere going, but we don't have too much time, so a way to transport the survivors would be great.
Yep, I'm patching through to the Alpha team and then through to the Seraph.
Okay.
Gabriella, did I hear that you just communicate that we have not see any reason why they were... They did... What were the materials?
Just basics. It looks like maybe some iron, carbon, nickel. Sorry, my cat is the best.
She says dropping some iron, carbon, and nickel on the ground.
Yeah. But that's it.
We should probably get in contact with the Seraph. There may be something or some sort of... This could be a distraction.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I sent it to Boomslang, so hopefully he knows what to do with it.
All right. Everyone here seems to check out. It seems like a lot of them are just in shock.
It's understandable. Do we know how much?
No, real, just some bumps and bruises, but I think that was just through jostling and, of course, panic. But
do you know how much air we have in the atmosphere?
39% as of now.
Okay.
We have probably about that gives us some wiggle room though. Sorry, about 2 hours and 10 minutes.
2 hours. Okay, great. That should be plenty of time. How do we want to get them out of here?
Is 2 hours too much time, Whack?
Too much time? For what?
Air. I was just
38%. Yeah, he was just guessing for air.
Unless you want to be like, it's 40, haha.
Their atmospheric
to get out.
Their atmospherics basically were damaged in this encounter here. So I think they probably have 2 hours left worth of oxygen here. In the
only
base.
In this room, right? Or the whole base?
In this. Well, I mean, it would basically have to be set up in the other rooms again. Like it needs repairs. Okay. It needs proper repairs.
Okay.
Well, I can try setting up repairs in each room on the way back, and then we can escort them back, assuming we have it working. We can just start the walk back. It's a little bit of a trek.
I think you would need access to a printer, probably to. If anyone has like a handheld printer.
I do actually.
You could actually do a lot with that. You could probably get their atmospherics back up and running.
Okay, I will try to do that.
Okay. So, do you have any sort of fix ability?
I have show off.
You can look great when you use the printer. Like you're like a hand model, like.
But yeah, that's it. Other than the handheld printer.
Okay, so yeah, it would be a flat D20, and I'll say you have 1 accuracy because of the printer. Oh, that's a 20. Okay, yeah. You reckon that you can get like you can get their atmospherics working again. I mean, your printer basically would have like the necessary schematics to print up various parts. It would probably take like a little bit of time, but you should be fine with your 2 hours.
Okay, I do that then.
Okay, absolutely. We'll assume that would take you about an hour and a half, something along those lines, to get that done. Are you guys doing anything while that's going on? While Elgato is printing and sort of making engineering fixes along with the hostages.
I'm assuming that we're escorting them room by room so that they're getting closer and closer each room that I'm able to repair. I feel like that would be very smart.
Yeah. They would have knowledge as to how to fix their own facility. I would assume that they're like, they're mainly miners, but they probably know how to work on their own equipment and stuff with the skeleton crew. All right. So
I would like to contact the other team. Or attempt to, because the last we heard of them sounded horrific.
Yeah. So you are you trying to do it from inside this location?
No, this is why I stayed out, just outside.
All right, sure. You put in a comms to Alpha Team.
Do I get a response on the readout first before I say anything?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't know what kind of state they're in, if they're compromised or what. Response.
Yeah. Actually, as soon as you put the call in, there's a really fast response.
This is Alpha Team. Ashura responding. Boomslang?
Ashura? Yeah, this is Boomslang. What happened?
There was apparently some kind of trap that was set off when we went into the facility. Debris started raining down on our mechs, and we had issues. Several of my team was cut off.
Is that it? No mechs?
We encountered what we believed to be a team of mechs, but apparently it was part of the trap.
Right. How's the team?
Bumps and bruises. Mechs took some damage. We've been doing repairs.
Right. Well, that's good to hear. We were a little worried. We were unable to communicate while we were underground. We've mostly dealt with the threat.
In what direction are they, and in which direction did Robert the fucking Red go, by the way?
They are less than a kilometer away, to your west. And Robert the Red would have headed probably southwest.
Okay. I just wondered if he was heading over to them. Because he maybe set it up.
Quick sit rep over here. We've taken out quite a few mechs. They were all underground here in this mining facility. They were a group known as Zephyr Strike, led by someone called Robert the Red. And yeah, I don't know. It's just they're in scraps and pieces, their own kind of hobbled together mechs. I'm not really sure what they were doing, but we have prisoners.
Did you get a message that backup was showing up?
We got backup. It was Quanta.
The doctor?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him fight.
Yeah, it's a little odd. He opens up wormholes or something. I'm not too sure.
Alright,
exactly what
is everyone alright?
Yeah, we're fine. We encountered hostages, bombs strapped to them, the lot.
Say again?
We had hostages. They had hostages, bombs strapped to these boys.
And everyone
we managed to negotiate. However, Robert the Red did head out with two of his own people during the negotiations, heading southwest.
Did you take any prisoners?
We have to. We're going to question them. I'm going to patch into the Seraph now.
Well done.
As far as I'm aware, we are clear. I'm going to see if the Seraph can catch up to Robert. If not, I think we are clear here. I'm going to speak to the Seraph now.
Very well. Well done.
Alright, Boomslang out.
Ashura out.
And then same thing, I patch into whoever I need to speak to on the Seraph. I don't know if it's supposed to be one of the commanders or some kid.
The comms officer. Oh, hi! He's the guy from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
The guy that works in the movie theater. Okay. So you send
it has to be true.
You send a send a comms out to the Seraph.
This is the Seraph.
Seraph, this is Ensign Boomslang.
Ensign Boomslang for you, ma'am. This is Commander Nahani.
Commander, this is Boomslang. I've got a sit rep for you for our team. I assume that you've been in contact with Alpha Team.
Yes, we haven't heard from you for some time. What is your position?
We were.
And what is your situation?
We are still at the facility. We encountered a group of pirates known as the Zephyr Strike, led by a fellow known as Robert the Red.
Never heard of them.
No, neither had we. They were pretty much entirely all of the mechs here, apart from what I'm hearing is some foe mechs over on the other side. Encountered 32 in total. We took down 29. 3 are moving southwest of our location. We had to let them go in a negotiation with some hostages. We've got 5 hostages that we've managed to secure. We have 2 prisoners of theirs that we'd like to question. The motive for what they were doing was a little unclear. They were like gathering iron, carbon, nickel. Not really sure why, but we do have the prisoners that we can question, securing them at the moment. We'll bring them back up. The mining facility is pretty banged up. They don't have much oxygen. It's possible that we can fix it. If not, we might need a transport for them.
Understood. We'll send a transport down with assistance.
Yeah.
As well as some of our combat-ready Marines.
Everyone else on the team is fine. A couple of the mechs are a little banged up, including my own, but we're pretty much entirely fine.
Very well. Transport will be down within the hour.
Shall we attempt to fix this place up? Or secure the area? Not too sure what's going on with this guy who's left. He took 2 of his men. I don't know if he's going for reinforcements and returning, but you might need to do a scan from up there.
Scans are already underway.
If you can find him, we can probably still hunt him down. We're doing okay in these mechs.
Do we have any information?
For now, they seem to be broken and scattering.
Our scanners aren't picking anyone up.
They could be underground. It was very hard to locate them when we went underground. We couldn't communicate back.
Because of the nature of the planet, it might be more difficult to have the scanners penetrate. For now, we'll have our transport land and help secure the facility. It's not our job to repair anything. However, we'll make sure that the people are safe.
Very well.
Secure the area, make sure the people are safe, and then come back on the transport.
Yes, ma'am. And the prisoners?
Bring them with you.
Very well.
Commander Nayani out.
Boomslang out.
Can I generally relay all of that to the crew?
Yeah.
Instead of speaking them through it all. Yeah, I just repeat that and I'll probably head in to... I will... Even this version of Boomslang knows that he's not great with people, so I think I'll leave the hostages to Elgato and the doc, and probably just more so deal with the prisoners side of things with Rashman and Aurora, or however that's going. Or just fucking generally secure the area.
Okay.
But what? Because it might be an hour or so, right?
Yeah, it takes a little while to get them to land and get everybody loaded up and deployed, etc.
So I assume really if Elgato is moving through the facility checking everything's working and we've got our prisoners secure, we probably need to round up all those fucked mechs actually. Check those for survivors. And and since we're in mechs, we can move them around and check them over. I doubt there's going to be anything on them information-wise, but maybe there's something that we can use. So probably I'd set everyone to that task if there's nothing more pressing to do with the hostages or, checking for any more traps, because I did set that one trap with the rocks.
So Elgato's while you had this conversation, everything, Elgato's making the atmosphere breathable, etc., getting that working. And you relayed this information to the group. Who are you putting on what?
I would leave. So the prisoners are still KO, or are they active? Are they like awake?
They would probably wake up in the middle of this stuff.
How is Aurora seeming at the moment? Because he had a bit of a mental breakdown like me, and I don't think I was fully aware of it, but I want to know if, while I'm interacting with him now, does he seem shaken up?
What do you think, Aurora?
So he, rather than being shaken up, it's more obvious that he's aware that he's shaken up, but he's completely ignoring it. So he's like being really short and clipped, like he's trying to focus really hard on not being shaken up.
But he's also generally not a confident person, is he?
That's fair to say. When you're dealing minimum damage, you've got performance issues.
So I will leave Rashman with the prisoners in his mech, big guns, all the guns pointed at them, and can do whatever the fuck he wants. I'll leave Elgato with the hostages. The doc, you said they're fine. He's checked them all and everything. That's all good.
Yep.
So me, Doc, and Aurora will comb the rest of the facility for traps and just double check there isn't anyone else hiding. Double check there isn't, be it good guys or bad guys, and then maybe start checking over the downed mechs, either for survivors or just information. So that would be how I would delegate the next hour or two.
Okay. So I'd like Aurora and Quanta to, and you, Boomslang, give me, if you have the investigate skill, you can roll that.
Nope.
I do not.
Otherwise, it's a flat D20.
9.
15.
Okay. Quanta, I don't know who Myth is. You can change your name, by the way, in the gear. In the gear section on Roll20. And change your character's name there. So you appear the correct way in chat. Okay. So, Quanta, you and Aurora, basically, while you're sort of combing through the rest of the facility, there's a few other traps and things that you are able to find and disarm, and I think that Boomslang, you actually do a face check on a trap.
I figured as much, yeah. I've already done one. Oof. I did the first fucking face check.
And you take 6 damage from that one? That's before your armor.
I haven't got any armor. That's I have 5 HP left. So I take a fucking structure damage from some fucking downtime.
It's some trap. Rudimentary trap, it's probably a pipe bomb kind of thing that goes off.
I would say I'm still slightly distracted as well. I had a weird experience that I want to get to, but I know that it's just now is not the time.
Do you have custom paint job?
I don't know. I took that off so that I could have some other fucking bullshit. Oh, the fucking thermal charge thing.
Okay, so you do take a structure damage. So go ahead and roll your. How many structure damage do you have right now?
1. This is the first one because I healed up.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d6. Okay.
There's probably some bullshit that comes from deep within the mine where there's just a.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another d6. Okay, let's see.
Where fire meets shadow.
One of your systems is gonna get blown the fuck up.
the fact that you're actively checking worries me out of character a lot.
All right, your personalizations get fucked up.
Well, that's,
so
I don't even know how to work that shit out. Okay, because that gives me a +2 HP.
Yeah, so you're down 2 HP.
How to change that?
Just put your bonus down by 2.
Oh, okay. I need to remember.
Yeah.
In fact, I can do something. Yeah, I'll remember later on. Okay. Yeah. So what happens? I just fucking get covered in rocks again.
No, I think it's like a shrapnel kind of thing. Like it's just like, you know, there's like like you hear like one of the systems like shut down, like the screen has like a fucking, you know, like it has like a crack in it, and like the exterior of your mech, you see like a visualization of like this jagged piece of metal through the system.
Fuck. I found a trap.
Is everything alright disarming it?
Well, it's disarmed, and it's fucked some of my servos, but I'm... Oh. Okay. That's the second trap I've disarmed today. You are welcome.
Well, thank you very much. It's great work, sir. Great work.
Alright. I'm gonna keep moving south, but I'm just gonna put out this small fire first.
Fire! You just got the fire hydrant blowing it around.
Yeah. So you clear through the facility. As far as like what these mechs have on them, nothing. Like they got nothing useful. It's all like worthless.
Yeah.
Nothing on my end. Hillbilly armor.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Nothing here either, sir.
Yeah. Alright. I guess we'll regroup. The transports will be arriving soon.
Very well. Aurora, is everything all right? I didn't see what happened, nor could we understand what you said when you went past the breach of the firmament.
Yeah, it's fine. I just grabbed that last pyro. It's fine. He went down.
Very well. What was it like when you passed through the firmament? Tear. Do you remember much?
It was fine. Fine, Doc. Nothing. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened at all. You went right through it, and it... Very well. All right. I'm just writing notes so I know.
What? You don't need to ask, all right? It can wait, can't it?
Yes. Yes, I apologize. It can wait.
Good.
Thank you for this information.
We get this like close-up camera of Aurora in his mech. What do you look like, Aurora? What are you feeling right now?
Lost. Outside of his mech, Michael just wants to fit in, and he wants to do the right thing and perform like he knows it's his duty to. And these images, he can't place them. They feel intimately familiar and yet utterly alien to him. And he could feel like the person he wishes he was, and he doesn't understand where that's come from or why it's in him, and it terrifies him.
That's probably a good place for us to take our break. Sorry for going a bit late there. But we're gonna go ahead.
Okay, I got a bottle.
The Shiwi.
Yeah,
Table Story is sponsored by Shiwi.
That was when you forgot to turn off your mic. We remember. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna
Quick, let me just put this up to my fish tank.
we're gonna take a little bit of a break here, folks. We'll be back in just a few minutes. But if you have not done so, please make sure you follow all of these wonderful people. Please, follows are free. Go make them happen. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/ZBO. You can go click on all their links and stuff and go give them a follow. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you have not used yet, please consider throwing it their way. Give them some love, show some support, and it would be super great because you can get some emotes and stuff, and emotes are great. And if you want to help support Table Story, one of the best ways you can do that is to make sure you follow this channel, twitch.tv/tablestory, or you can head on over to tablestory.tv/live. And you can also head on over to tablestory.tv/pledge, which is where our Patreon is located. We've got all kinds of wonderful things up there, including podcasts for this show, as well as other podcasts. We do just GM tips, etc. We've got cool art up there. We've got lore for you, all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. Otherwise, we'll be back in just a few minutes. There is no Witchcraft and Wizardry tomorrow. It will be moved to Thursday because of the holiday. And on Saturday, we have a special shill show for you. That's where we try to keep the lights on for Table Story. We do silly things. I'll be running a special D&D 5e thing where the players will be playing goblins. We're going to be doing the Goblins That Stole Christmas, and that's happening this Saturday, 4 p.m. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more Zero.Blue.Orion. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Table Stories Zero.Blue.Orion. Welcome back. We return as I think we're going to sort of flash forward again. The transport has arrived. The area has sort of been secured. And unfortunately, they have not been able to locate Robert the Red. Once the hostages are sort of secured and whatnot, they're brought aboard the transport along with the prisoners that you've secured, and the group of you kind of head onto the transport and head back up to the ship after meeting up with the Alpha team. You head back aboard the Seraph, and you're debriefed. You're basically you give all that information and everything that you kind of already spoke to Commander Niani about, and you are aboard the Seraph again. You've been given leave to rest, and mechanically everybody will be leveling up to license level 5. License level 5. Now we don't have to spend the time doing this now.
Yes.
But yeah, you've been leveled up to license level 5.
Everything has changed now.
You're aboard the ship. You've just left the debriefing. You've handed over the prisoners. The hostages are just kind of being checked over. Harrison Armory's been contacted, and you've been given leave to take some rest. But we can assume that you have just left the debriefing. You've gotten kind of like, pats on the back for doing a good job. Well-executed mission. Didn't seem like there were any problems.
It's really strange. I don't know what they were after.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a pretty normal place.
Yeah.
But said there was some sort of payout.
Yeah, the survivors mentioned that as well. That they mentioned a big payout.
Who would put Robert the Red up to robbing this facility?
Especially if it didn't have anything valuable. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think these are questions we should be asking, are they?
We can
ask a whole
them.
intelligence department for that. This isn't, we just do as we're told.
Well, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, it's still confusing.
I just think it's better left to the right department. That's all.
All right.
Well, it's not like we're going to launch an investigation.
It's just conversation. Sorry.
Quanta's in his office, probably not with you.
You, are you all right, Michael?
What?
You seemed... There was a moment back there. You were out of sorts.
No, I'm fine. What do you mean?
I don't know, your comms went crazy. You seemed upset. It was right before or after the firmament?
Oh, no, the pyro. We got into a grapple. He knocked my antenna. That's why I couldn't hear. That's all.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
It's pretty rough, mate. Just being thrown onto a planet, asked to go in there, take these people out. There's no shame in, feeling a little introspective.
I just wanted to do better. All right, that's all. I should have done better.
Well,
You did great.
we couldn't have done worse. You've done nothing wrong.
You saved
was,
5 people's lives.
Maybe.
What could you possibly have done better?
Anything? Everything? I've got to go. And I think at that point, Michael will walk off, and he wants to head to like anywhere there might be a archive or, you know, library or something, a database he can tap into. But he wanders off out down the corridor.
Yeah. The ship it's a military ship, so it would probably just come to you to be like a thing where you need to get into a data pad or something.
So he just wants to. He's trying
basically
to
need
need
like OmniNet access.
Yeah. If that's something he could get like from his room, from his barrack, just like on his bed with his data pad, he'd absolutely go there.
Okay.
And he just wants to. It doesn't make sense what he saw, and he basically wants to try and to do a search, like he's going to search for anything, any snippet of imagery he got from from what he saw skirting the firmament, mirror smoke, failed assaults, Alnic. It's probably not even going to turn up anything. He's just frantically trying to give this thing some context.
Yeah, give me a flat d20. It's not that you can't find anything, it's that you do the thing where you are searching before you even get the results. You know, like almost like you're seeing results, but you don't investigate any of them. These things, mirror smoke, the Onyx, they exist. That's about the only thing that you get from that.
So I think one last thing he'll do before he leaves this is he's going to search for himself. Try and pull up his own record, information about Michael's life, whatever is in the OmniNet when he searches for himself.
You would only get a sort of like union card kind of thing, you know, like what you'd expect, like if you had a like a little bio, there's like a photo, you're in your UND uniform. It's pretty plain. Basic information. Like a physical description.
This doesn't make sense. Why doesn't this make sense? Shit. And he'll drop the pad down on the bed. And I think at this point he'll go to the armory. Grab the nearest rifle and just start stripping it down and putting it back together over and over.
When you do that, you can start to hear a voice that's kind of like far away. Sounds far away.
Nero, are you gonna
put down that gun? Come on, we have a mission. Nero? We don't have time for you to mess around with that gun. I'm sure it works fine. after the mission. Don't worry, Renegade's gonna cook us all up some food. He promises not to burn it this time. What are you waiting for?
Does it sound like any of the voices I heard in the flashback back on the planet?
Yep.
I think you'll see Michael put the rifle down in a way like it's suddenly unrecognizable to him. Like he was this item that's intimately familiar with him that he looks down and it's together and he doesn't realize how, and just kind of puts it down in that, wow, what the fuck? Immediately unsettled by the whole thing.
Voice is gone.
Who the fuck is Nero? Renegade? That makes no fucking sense. And if he's still got a pad with him, he'll grab it and search for Nero on the OmniNet.
Okay, give me a flat D20 2 difficulty. There is nothing about Nero.
It can't be right. It feels... Fuck.
Mr. Stenson, this is Dr. Donovan Zephyr. Are you available? What is it, Doc? Whenever you have a moment, if you could meet me in my quarters at medical. Yeah, I'd like to conduct an interview. Very well. Take your time. All right. I'll grab some food and I'll be down, Doc. I have some here. Oh. Okay. On my way.
And he'll have another look at the rifle and just shake his head as he walks out the armory, heads down to the docks.
Okay. You head down to Dr. Zephyr's sort of... you don't have... This isn't really a science vessel, right? There's very limited...
Yep.
Like research space available. So I think you've actually had to they've probably assigned you a room that they kind of had to make, like, you know how they treat, like, yeah, they'd have to give you like a triage, like if you're a medical, you know, in an emergency. This is probably like an emergency research area, right? Like this is not a proper science vessel. So everything's kind of like poorly placed. It's not efficient. And it's definitely not made for this. This is probably like an office that's been converted, because they don't want to convert probably like their sick bay or anything like that.
There is when you walk into the office, it tells there are papers everywhere. Things are disheveled, but the bench and the seat that the patients usually sit in is immaculate. There's a full tray of food, and it looks like some of the food has already been has been dug into. And I think you see in the the room, a huge feature of the room that is hard to miss is the hexagonal prism that is a water tank that stands about 6 feet tall. And that's sort of tucked in the corner. It's plugged into the wall with various different converters and splitters to make sure it actually matches the same conduit that the Seraph has. But that is in the corner with a disheveled foldable desk. And I think around the corner you see in a wetsuit is Dr. Quanta, Zephyr, with his hair slicked back, wet, and he's got a towel around his neck, and he's eating what looks to be some sort of fruit.
Welcome. I thought you would take a little more time, but I'm glad you've made it. Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fun. Is that the food?
Yes, please dig in. I've already sorted myself. I know how this, all of this work works up an appetite for us.
Yeah, sure. And Michael will just grab like a handful of food, but not. It's like a half-assed attempt at eating. It's just for show more than anything. You said you wanted to talk, Doc?
Yes, I did want to. I wanted to talk. I wanted to make sure how you were doing. I'm very sorry that you had passed through the firmament, but it is a part of my duty and my studies here to see what we can do and to, of course, interface with such technologies. Now, everything you say here is completely confidential, but I do need to know what happened. How did you feel physically when you passed through the tear? We'll start there. Physically, what happened?
I don't know, like a bad headache, I guess.
He frantically types on the pad. Bad headache. Very well. Like a migraine? Like
kind
light
of,
sensitivity? Or is it more auditory?
Both, I guess.
Both, all right.
But no, not... no pain. Just...
Interesting. A sense of discomfort.
I can still do my job, Doc. Okay, this...
All right.
I can still perform.
Fine. This has nothing to do with if you can perform or not, or continue your duties. I am 100% sure that you are 100% capable to continue the duties you are doing here on the ship. This is between you and I. And for my research...
Okay.
And to help.
Well, I had a vision. Okay? A vision.
All right. Okay, so intense headache. Now we're all right. A vision. Interesting. This is good. This is very good. Go on.
How do you feel upon hearing this, Dr. Zephyr?
I think he starts to adjust in his chair, but tries to hold back how excited he is that there is something happening. You see him, he adjusts his position a couple more times, still keeping a straight face. Eyebrows maybe twitch, and then he leans in a little bit closer. Tell me about this vision. Through the translucent pad, he opens up a new document.
It felt like a memory. Like something...
memory.
Something I'd lived, or... I felt like a memory, but not mine. It was people I recognized, but they felt like strangers. I was fighting and screaming and dying. It was mine and not mine, all at the same time. Names I don't recognize and I can't find anywhere.
Do you recall the events of the vision, or do you just remember faces?
I remember both.
Oh.
There was mirror smoke. It's still blurry, Doc.
Very well, Michael, I just want to let you know that this is all very phenomenal. You are doing great.
Phenomenal.
No, it may not seem like it, but you are doing fantastic. If you remember anything else, let me know. And of course, I'm always here. My door is open as long as you are ready to tell me the things that you are comfortable to tell me.
I can tell you it's not phenomenal to have that during battle, your first major battle, and come out of it and fail to do your job. It's not phenomenal, Doc. It made me let people down. I came out of that vision, past that tear, and I failed. I got knocked on my ass by a bloody pyro.
If it helps you, blame me. I opened that tear. You went through it, and I continued to let you go through it. Of course, yes, my ego got ahead of me there. I did want to, of course, see what would happen if you were to pass through, of course, but I'm sorry. Sometimes science gets the better of me, and if that helps you, I'm the one who's not phenomenal. You did great, and you are doing 100% better in some of the other subjects.
Subjects?
Well, yes.
I shouldn't be playing with this stuff, Doc.
That is a strong belief, but I believe, and it is proven here and in this event, that you should not play with it. It's not meant to be played with. It is a tool. It is a tool meant for humanity, and we will find out how to grip it someday. And it's these chats, these talks, which is letting us forge the handle ourselves.
Look, Doc, that's some big words and big aims. I just don't want to let people down again. Please don't. Just find a way, right?
All right.
Do what you need to do, but don't get in the way of us doing our jobs.
I never would.
Okay.
I'm only here to help. What happened in this vision?
It was an assault. We were attacking a building. I had colleagues, friends. They had names. Renegade. Damon, Raven, Zombie. They were my friends, but I don't know a thing about them. And they were asking for help, asking to continue the assault, and I triggered something, a weapon, explosion, and I got it wrong. Even in the fucking visions, I'm letting people down. And there they were gone. I was screaming and fire. A dead ambassador. And then I was out. It was just a few seconds.
Right, but it seemed like an eternity.
It felt like hours. It felt like I was... Felt like I was there, like... Not even a vision at all. It felt like I had moved through time and space, and I was there for a moment, and the next I was back in that corridor.
This is all very good news, as he kind of puts his hand on your knee. We're almost there.
Almost where, Doc?
We're almost at the place where I could say that I, and we have all, learned how to grip the firmament. We're almost there. You aren't alone in this. You may think you are, because you are the one going by yourself out on these visions or having an event or two of the same. I've also experienced these rifts, these tears, and of course these a cross of consciousness and memory.
They feel like you?
No. No, they don't.
Mine did. It felt like they were me, and I didn't have a clue what they were.
You didn't let me finish. They don't. But they are all too familiar. You aren't alone in this. It'll get better. It's a side effect of the experiments that we've been doing. It's the side effects of what it is, and he gestures towards the tank. What it is that we know of the firmament.
I saw something else.
What's that? And he sits back down and he grabs opens up another document.
When I saw my friends, I guess they were my friends. They felt like my friends, but I didn't recognize them. They all had the same face. I knew they were different people. I knew who they were. They all had the same face. The same guy.
Have you met this person before?
No. I don't think so. I know when I saw him, if it was me.
Interesting. It seems, though, with all these visions and such, we will see things, and through, of course, dream study that we all know of, that when you see somebody in a dream, it is usually of a face that you've seen once before, usually someone who has been familiar.
I hated him.
Usually not
Doc.
the case.
I hated him. Right, the face. I hated him. I didn't know who he was, but I hated him.
Very well. What's interesting about this is a repetition of a face usually is something that is familiar. In these events of a firmament flashback is more of a false flashback, if we were to put a term to it. Usually all of the faces are those of someone else, of some other cross of consciousness. But in this case, if the repetition of a face or something familiar usually is something that you've experienced in your own life. But you've never met this person or know of him?
No, it's just a face.
Interesting.
But I wanted him dead. I've never wanted to hurt anyone, Doc. I mean, yeah, I'm a Lancer pilot. I'm here. I'll do my duty. I'll destroy mechs. But I wanted to strangle the last breath out of this man. And I don't know why, and no one can tell me.
Would you be
Just
able
find a way
to
to stop it?
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Good.
Do you think you'd be able to cope with suffering that vision again?
Why?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's something so important of someone whose face keeps repeating in your own psyche. I believe that is something worth looking into. If we could, of course, trigger that event again, then we could study it, and we could see.
Would it help you stop the visions? For all of us?
It could, but this is all uncharted territory. Firmament, psyche, cross-consciousness, it all leads to something, but I'm not sure what, or where, or how.
If it means it doesn't happen again, I'll do what's asked of me.
Very well. I'll try to think. And if you can as well, try to remember the moments leading up to the event. And I'll see if we can spark something.
All right, Doc.
Very well. Feel free to eat as much as you'd like. I'm gonna grab one of these as well. He grabs another fruit and he walks off.
And I think Michael actually put down the plate of food that he'd put together and just walk out the room.
Okay. I think we switch scenes. Wyatt, you guys have all been given sort of like rest time. You've been put on basically like the following day, essentially for normal shift rotation. So you've been given like a day off after the mission. What do you do after you leave the debriefing?
I was with Stu and Gabriella, so I would probably have stuck with them for a bit because well, I don't know why I wouldn't. I don't know why I wouldn't stick with them after we've been on this mission together. So I would have probably stuck with them and intended to stick with what's it? But he ran off. Michael. And if he's so freaked out like by everything, I think I would be concerned about the other two as well. So I'd be like looking them over and just checking they're not, having whatever issues.
Do you two look okay?
Yeah, I look same as always.
What about you, Stu? You're muted.
Oh.
There you are.
There we go. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. It's looking fine.
You two all right?
Ever better?
Yeah. A little worried about Aurora, though. Michael.
Yeah, I don't know if he should be sent back out again.
It's a little early for that, don't you think?
Well, he's never reacted like that in training.
Well, training's different than actual combat.
Exactly.
I think if we give him some time, he might come around.
Yeah, don't bench him just yet.
Yeah, but we should probably let someone know.
Maybe.
I think it's too soon.
Well, it's for his own good. I don't want to. I don't want to lock him up or nothing. I'm exactly going to put him in a padded cell. Just.
Well, all he wants is to do this and make a difference and do well. How do you think he'll take it if you just take it away from him?
Why does he think he did so badly?
I don't know. We did great. We saved everyone. We got 2 prisoners. We did everything right. I don't understand.
That's what I mean. We had to take some lives down there. It's pretty rough. I feel a little weird about it.
You, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
So you sort of really went at that one guy.
Well, yeah, I was getting a little bit frustrated with him, to be honest. That my emotions got the best of me. I had a weird moment. Went through the exposed singularity. Lets me kind of pop in and out. Not the big one.
Is that the same thing as the firmament?
I don't know. I suppose so. all the teleporting stuff is, right?
Believe so.
Well, what happened?
Just made me feel a bit weird, a bit sick. Came out and we were still in that anti-grav thing. Sort of felt like I was upside down, that's all. Not bad.
Well, maybe that's all that happened to Michael. Maybe he just got it worse. He was a lot closer. Maybe
maybe it's the same thing.
Felt physically fucked up.
I don't know, it didn't seem like that though, did it? Seems like he's in his head.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll speak to him later on. We should leave him alone. But I do think I should probably report that he's maybe got an issue.
I mean, you do what you think is best, but I think he'll feel worse if he ends up on the bench because of this.
That's true, but we're all going to feel worse if we're all out there and he freaks out completely. If this is just a crack and he completely splits, and we're relying on him to shore up something. Pretty dangerous, honestly.
Whatever you think is best.
Yeah. Don't want him to feel fucked up, but I also don't want it to end up any of us being in danger. That's all.
I agree. Maybe we should run a couple of simulations, see how he reacts before we decide to bench him.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, but yeah, I suppose so. Maybe we should rig a simulation of what we just did.
Yeah, but after an easy one.
No, I mean like a full sim, same thing. Run him through it again, see how he reacts to reliving it.
It's a little fucked up, Wyatt.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe not the exact scenario, but a scenario just like any old mission, just to make sure that he, you know, is all right.
Well, if it happened directly after the firmament, I can't tell if it happened after the firmament or after you gave him an order and he couldn't get there in time. Like maybe he was feeling insecure. So he couldn't reach that last mech, right?
But he did reach it.
I don't know.
I don't get it either. I mean, really, none of us got banged up. I think I got the most banged up by rocks.
Yeah, I was okay. Well, okay. But I do think he felt like we maybe ganged up on him there a little bit. Asking him if he was okay and then sort of insisting with all three of us there. Maybe it is better if you talk to him alone.
No, I don't know. I'm not that good. Speaking of people.
Well, yeah, but you're a leader, sort of.
It would really mean a lot to him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I don't know. What if I fuck him up worse?
I'll just listen.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. I want to get some rest myself. I'm really fucking hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Should definitely grab something to eat.
Yeah.
I'll speak to him before we're on duty. We can go and get some food. We've got to carry on with this, Do we know our mission? The main mission?
No, I mean, you don't have a mission right now. The crew basically is currently heading towards a I guess outside of the Harrison Armory territory. For all intents and purposes, you are kind of you're kind of like on patrol. The detachment for the fleet that you're in is currently on patrol. Is the only, so you're basically just on like shift rotations. Just that's the small missions that you have, really. You don't have like a overarching mission right now.
So we're doing the job anyway. This is what we do.
That's what you do.
Okay. So we don't know about the previous plan to go and use us to locate and find and.
No, the only thing that's really been going on is you've been having a fair amount of sessions with Dr. Zephyr. Let's say that they've probably increased maybe within the last week or so. You probably have 3 sessions a day with Dr. Zephyr at this point.
When's the next one? Tomorrow morning?
I would say probably you would.
My door is always open.
I would say you normally have one before you would, like your shift would end, you clean up or eat or whatever, and then you'd probably do a session with Dr. Zephyr.
But there's 3 sessions a day normally?
Yeah, so you do one probably like the beginning of your day.
Yeah, then
probably
lunch.
like at lunch, like after you have lunch, and then like at the end of the day. You
And
probably
these-
have like a little bit longer for your lunch time so that you
Okay.
can make time for the session.
And
Does
these...
everyone else do it? Like Ashura and that?
No.
Are we
just
aware
us.
of that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless you
assume-
specifically asked anyone else.
Would we assume that everyone does this? And then there's multiple doctors or something to deal
Yeah,
with it?
probably.
I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave that up to you.
I don't question command. I oddly don't question command ever. So I don't think I
180.
I don't think I personally would have cared. They tell me to go and
Yeah,
fucking
I think
see the
I
doctor.
just assume everybody does that in the group anyway. So these sessions, they're one-on-one with the doc?
Yes.
More like counseling and then some medical tests?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I would go and get food probably, and maybe rest. How long was this whole thing? This was only a few hours, right?
Yeah, you guys were probably down there, including
I
your
was on
time of
shift
like,
before.
I would say 5 hours or so. You've been given like an extra day off until your next shift because of the, going down into.
But we still have a session or sessions
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you still have sessions.
Yeah, okay. Even though there's no thing. Okay.
I would do food and sleep if
Yeah, food. I'd probably
not sessions or other things I have to do.
try to arrange like some sim time since we have the day off from shift.
Okay, so we can assume that you get food.
Mhm.
You eat a lot. Like, if you just be noticing other people, I mean, they fill up, like one tray of food. You probably go back for 2 or 3.
Okay.
Betas.
What's that?
Beta. We're alpha. That's all. Meme. .jpeg. .png.
Why are you
I love you.
referencing memes with me, Brad? You know I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yikes forever.
Yeah, you've had like 3 trays of food and you just barely feel, sated as opposed to like bloated and super full. You have your
Torturing of
food.
itself.
Yeah, you have your food. Do you all get food together or?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
It's like a tradition with
Yeah.
the crew.
I assume we probably, since we do sim training together and stuff, it's usually the 4 of us. We're not usually with Quanta, right? So the 4 of us, or anyone else that's, from the fucking alpha team.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the members of Alpha Team are also probably eating. And I assume you'd probably go down and sit with them.
Yeah.
They treat us extra weird. Like, I know people on board treat us a little off. Because they actually met us before.
Yeah. They do treat you a little weird. Just a little bit. The rest of the crew kind of treats you as... They're standoffish towards you. I think that the Alpha squad here from the Seraph kind of treats you like they're not confrontational with you. But yeah, they're reasonably quiet. Like, they don't ask you a lot of questions and stuff. They don't have like really long, in-depth conversations with you. They're just kind of like friendly.
It's like you go up and you're like, hey, how are you? And then eventually they go, oh, okay, well, I gotta go. You get maybe 1 or 2 lines in with them before they bail.
Or call a talk. I mean, I doubt I would be particularly talkative anyway.
Yeah.
I think I would feel comfortable inside of the people being standoffish, because I doubt I would have. I'm sure I would have somewhat retained that trait myself. So enough that I'm okay with people not talking to me. I just get on with my work most of the time.
Ashura has been sort of the most talkative from the Alpha squad, yeah, she basically would have said something along the lines of like, good work down there.
You too. So you got caught in all the traps, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've run into a few of them. These lot are a little quicker than me.
She kind of like nods her head. She's
Banged up neck.
eating like protein slab.
No
like
injuries though, yeah?
It's like a can of cranberry sauce, that kind of consistency. Is like,
I've had like 3 of them.
Day?
Do we eat any nut sauce on this food?
No, there's no nut sauce.
And we don't even notice.
I fucking hate nut sauce. It's disgusting.
Dr. Zephyr's also in the cafeteria. It's not unlike him to show up at some point during your meals.
Do you join them?
I think maybe after the fight he comes over and works up the courage to be like, "Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Do you mind
Doc.
may I sit?"
Sure.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I like to look at Ashura because she's the other team leader. Have you ever seen him in a mech? Actually, not too bad. He's got all sorts of bells and whistles.
Thank you.
We usually don't see anyone from USB in a mech.
Yeah, he's got all sorts of stuff going on. The funky one like the morning cloak, but... What was that anyway? You created like a, what? Little black hole?
Yeah, it's like a gravity field, according to the specs.
That's exactly
anyway.
what it is, really. Yes, it's a tear in the firmament, ripping, putting a little quanta of antimatter within, and then everything around will just suck right upon inside. Tearing
dangerous.
A hole
Your
inside
call sign.
reality. Yes.
Clever.
Sounds a bit dangerous to be doing
So is
something like
yours.
that.
And he locks eyes for a moment on Gabriella.
The Alpha squad kind of like all almost simultaneously finish their food up. Ashura like looks at them. They kind of like look at her. Well, we're gonna get some rack time.
Yeah. Yeah, good work.
You too. She takes a look at you, Gabriella, and she says, "Better than targets, right?"
Yeah. Better than targets.
And they walk off.
I'm like still looking at Quanta. The black hole stuff, is that the same as what's in my mech?
Yes. Both different drives, of course, different approaches to the same study, but yes.
Aonic bullshit?
Aonic bullshit, yes.
So if you were to walk close to that black hole that you've made,
time. You would be burned to a crisp before you'd make it there. You would be, of course, you would be superheated. And
But,
you'd
I
be
mean-
vaporized beforehand. But yes, go on.
Michael went straight past it, right? Real close.
Yes, I'm still unaware of how he did such. But yes, we have some wonderful data upon the matter and the event.
Did that make him feel weird?
Yes,
You all right?
of course, he'll be fine.
All right.
But I feel anybody who would go through superheating of critical mass, of course, will of course see bits of a weird spell.
Hmm. He seemed a little, I don't know, just a little off.
We're just worried about him.
I do recall an event where you hesitated as well.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, I felt sort of sick. More than anything, he seemed sort of in his own head.
Are you fit to continue working your duties?
Yeah, I feel fine now.
Very well.
I zipped out of that and sort of I was all upside down. I was hanging in the straps in my mech. Felt real weird. It felt like my insides were on the outside for a moment. Yeah, it took me a second to sort of just recalibrate. But yeah, no, I feel fine. I don't know, just worried about him. He said some weird stuff. Got in his head, said that he, beating himself up over stuff when it was a textbook mission. Pulled it off pretty much without a hitch. Definitely no mistakes from him either.
No mistakes. All very, very fine things. He will be fine, much like you are now. Your events were not uncommon for what he has experienced as well. We should, though, speak about what you went through. And we can, of course, later after dinner or some other time, whichever is convenient and comfortable for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you going to eat that?
No, I've already had some fruit. And would you like it?
Yeah, go on. Launch it over here.
Very well, there you go.
Drag his plate over to me.
Protein
Eat whatever's
slabs.
on it.
Gabriella, how are you feeling? How was the mission for you?
Strange, but good. It was nice to not be in a simulation.
Yes, you've been excelling at the simulations, I hear.
Yeah, increasing my score every single time.
Yes.
Really, really good. It's just nice not to be on the bench.
Fine work, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can give me some of them mines.
I'm actually feeling really tired. I'm gonna go get some rack time in myself.
Very well.
See you tomorrow morning, Doc.
Yes, rest well.
Thanks.
Sleep well. Good job.
Yeah, you too.
I might go to sleep as well, but Doc, do you want to just go now? Get this out of the way, and then I can sleep.
Yes, all right. Yes, we can do that. Let me just, let me go get myself a drink and I'll meet you there. And he peels off from the table.
All right. Well, I'm going to head out. I got to get some work done.
I slap him on the ass.
Stu wasn't expecting it. He just kind of like looks back and is like, oh, okay.
Good job, mate. You've, I don't know, you're sort of a hell of a pilot in that thing.
Thanks.
You can crack under pressure and you were wiping them things out.
Just doing my job.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have a team that I can rely on, That's all. That's why I'm so worried about Michael.
I'm sure he'll be fine. He just needs some time.
Yeah. All right, get some rest then. Good job. See ya.
All right. Take care.
We'll either wait for the doc or head out towards wherever he is.
You look down at your hand. You're like, damn, that hurt.
Yeah.
That ass was like.
Yeah,
can't help it. I don't know
whether he remembers it or
is.
not. That ass is fucking perfect.
I don't know what it is, but I always just want to spank that ass when I see it. I can't.
It's like a
stop
brick.
It. There's no amount of mind wipe can remove that instinct.
Okay. So you join the doc in his impromptu research area.
See the same stuff as before. Disheveled papers, a tray of food that's been half eaten, and a prismatic tube in the corner. All right, welcome. Sit down. I'm sure you've already had your fill. But please, how did that go for you? That mission down there, of course, as you as the leader, as well as the events that has happened to cause you to hesitate and feel a bit, well, I think the word you used was weird.
I lied.
I suspect as much. And he pulls out his tablet and opens the document.
The mission was fine. I don't know. It went well. I don't know. I wasn't concerned. Everyone was doing their job. If anything, I'm the only person who made mistakes. Everyone was fine, so it doesn't matter. See, that singularity, it didn't just make me feel sick.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it, really.
Well, try your best. You'll be surprised at how much I understand.
Well,
already.
I saw these people. It's going to sound crazy, and I don't want to be taken off of duty or nothing. Honestly, I feel completely fine now. Like my head, my body.
I don't have the power to do that.
Yeah. Well, it was just strange. It was like being in a dream for a second. Half a second less, I don't know. I saw all these people, but they were looking at me. Normally I don't see nothing. Normally it's just a breath. And I'm pretty much where I expected to land. Back in control. It was weird. Flashes of these faces, people that I've never seen before. Strange looking.
Right.
Yeah, they made me feel weird. Like, I didn't feel sick. Well, I did, but not, I don't know,
Very well.
My mouth dried up, my heart was going, for a minute. Couldn't get their faces out of my head, even after I'd landed or floating for a moment, and this thing was launching hooks at me. I just kind of hit a few buttons, took him out. But, I don't know. It's hard to shake a strange feeling for a moment.
Yes. Yes, it is. It's very hard to shake a strange feeling. This is, it's quite surprising. I didn't expect to get a report like this from you for a while. All right. And he starts to frantically start typing again. Do you know of any of the faces? Did you recognize any of the faces that were in this vision you had?
No, unless, do I actually know what Tivius looks like?
Yes.
Who is that?
Because Tivius was the only face that I think I would recognize out of the ones that I saw. Right. Memory serves, I saw Luca. What else did I see?
The military personnel from the room that were in the
Polly. Did I see Polly?
Yeah.
So the only person that I would recognize was Tivius in there.
Yeah.
No, I didn't recognize any of them. Well, one. I saw my brother's face.
Your brother's face?
Yeah, Tivius.
Tivius, yes. Very well. And you saw this face on one subject or all of them?
What? No, on one. On his face. I saw his face and I saw some other people.
Right.
Big guy.
All right, this is very important. Thank you. All
little
right, so...
woman in a lab coat. Some union.
And what were they doing?
Staring at me.
And what were you doing?
Well, I blinked, looked at them all, and then I was
just watching you in the fight? Did you get transported anywhere in a memory of some sort, or was this location at location?
Transported in a memory? No, I don't even see anything. When I do the larger jump, sometimes I get a flash of blackness, you know.
Right.
A different sort of feeling than going through a link gate. Quicker.
I'm proud
Sometimes
of
it's
you,
a little
little brother.
jarring.
Everything all right?
You hear that?
Just the vents.
I check my comm. Is it on or active?
No.
You got open comms? This room?
No, I don't. I never turn them on. That's why I usually never report for when there is an intercom or a meeting. I haven't shut off.
I was on duty before this mission. First one I've been on. Haven't really slept. Maybe we didn't eat enough. I think I need sleep.
I might have to tell them the picnic story.
Picnic fucking story.
I'm sorry about what? Picnic what? You want to have a picnic? We have food. I've got, I could probably go get some cheesecake from the dessert. Rations?
How many people use a morning cloak?
Using the morning cloak here on the ship.
Yeah, ever. People use it? Enough people?
I would suspect, yes. I do not know the stats of the corporation.
They're fine? How are they? It's okay for me to be doing that. Flips. Zip in and out.
I think you are the most capable of them. Mr. Slate, I will tell you something here. I do know of your lack of sleep, and your responsiveness is lacking within your rapid eye movement phase of these cycles. I have been studying everyone's resting time and their procedures and, of course, their subconscious to see if they could tap into the firmament. And you have had some resistances.
What does that mean?
Well, it's been hard for me to actually get a read of what your subconscious is capable of doing.
And that's good or bad?
That's good for you if you are in the morning cloak.
What does it mean for my brain?
Well, that it'll be hard for me to tap on and to actually get you to interface with the firmament up until this conversation.
What happens when you interface with the firmament?
Well, several things. You, of course, would start to see a flash of, well, memories. Yours or not. Yours, someone else's. We call them a cross-consciousness of event. Or a CCE. And these happen usually right before we are able to control the tear of reality, which is what we would call the firmament. And, of course, our competitors and enemies, the firmament.
How long does it last?
Only a mere seconds, but if you could control it, you could then control and use that to sculpt the reality which lays before both matter and antimatter in front of you.
What?
Well, there is a thin veil between both our reality and a different one, several different ones. And the only way to do that is through the construction and the sculpting of antimatter. And to harvest and harness any of those, you will, of course, need to then, you'll be messing with, of course, matter itself, and we'll go into quantum mechanics here in physics, and I'm not sure if you are ready for that.
No, all I want to know is, if I'm seeing things, hearing things,
right,
in these flips, that's okay. I'm not going crazy.
You're not going crazy. You are in steps of the path that we want to be forged for humanity. This is good.
Right.
If it helps you, I have had these CCEs as well. These cross-consciousness events.
Right.
And you've seen me work my mech.
Right. It's the same thing.
The same thing.
It's fine. It's not, you know, ripping my head open or anything weird.
It's not ripping your head open yet. It's not ripping mine open yet. This is still an uncharted territory. We don't know where we are. We don't know where the horizon of what our capabilities are as humans. Especially when wielding the firmament.
Should we be fucking with that stuff?
Some believe no, but I believe it is something that we need if we are to move past this as a humanity and as well a human culture, and if we are to progress and to overcome those who don't believe what we do.
If I can't use my mech to the full capacity, if it's gonna fuck with me, if it's gonna make me see these C's, what did you say?
CE, yes.
Yeah. Then that's gonna compromise my team. I'm gonna be compromised. Doesn't seem like a good idea. It's nice to be able to jump and zip across rooms at a moment's notice. It's useful to be able to avoid attacks, but I don't know, I don't want to experience that again. Whatever it was, I didn't like it at all. I don't want to see them people again. I want to hear these voices.
Well, let's just have a hypothetical here. If we were to go back onto the planet, Theseus 5, was it Theseus 5?
Theseus 5.
Theseus 5, right? And we were to go down into the bowels of that encampment again, and we are to then stare at the hostages in the face, like you did so bravely, with the contraptions on their back, and maybe it didn't go the same way that it did, so fortunately for all of us, and for those people. Who's to say that you weren't able to tap into the firmament, use the morning cloak to get them all out of there before? Anything could happen.
Yeah, right, but I don't know. I don't like it.
You don't have to like it. I could stop the test if you like.
Oh, it's not... No, you should run some tests. You should do some brain scans or something, I don't know. I just don't... I don't want to see them people again.
I understand. I wish I could make that promise that you won't. But they may very well reappear. But if they do, these are the stepping stones. The territory that we are trying to settle on.
Don't you hurt my family!
Everything all right?
No.
No.
No. I don't like it. I don't want to be compromised. I don't know whether I need to, I don't know. Get some sleep or...
Very well.
Readjust my mech or... I don't know. Can we,
Take this time to readjust your mech and rest if you need. I will suspend our sessions if you'd like.
I just, I don't want to be out there, you know, with these people relying on me.
Wyatt, please roll me a flat D20.
Natural 1.
Are you standing up or are you sitting down?
I think I was beginning to stand, like I was about to leave. And I think I was kind of more, I was muttering to myself as much as speaking to the doc as I was like going to stand, maybe not fully standing, but looking like I was shifting to leave.
What were your exact words just now? She said to the doc.
I said if I don't want to be out there responsible for these people if I'm going to be compromised.
Wyatt disappears. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
What? Wyatt just disappeared?
As in, from the perspective of the dock, I just fucking disappear.
From the perspective of the dock, why it disappears.
What the fuck?
Oh!
The doctor's not even going to tell anyone. He's just going to run a bunch of fucking tests for himself.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on. This is fantastic.
What the fuck?
Rude.
Okay. Jesus.
Say, what were the last words you said? I want to go home. What was you say? I want to go home, I am.
I was clicking my heels together for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus. God damn it. I'm sitting there thinking, like, do I need to figure out how to get a new fucking mech so that I don't have to fucking teleport anymore?
Have these events.
Yeah. He doesn't want to use it anymore. Didn't like it. All right. Well, never mind. Okay.
Good session, everybody. Good session. Yeah. Well done.
I don't understand.
Well done. We're going to do some shout-outs to wrap things up. But if you have not done so, please make sure you follow all these wonderful people. Give them a follow. Follows are free. Make it happen. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/ZBO. Get all their links. Click on them all. Give them all the follows. Give them all the love. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you have not used yet, please consider throwing it their way. Go give them some support. Go give them some love. And get yourself some emotes. Go support them. If you want to help support Table Story, make sure that you follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/tablestory. If you want to help us in a monetary way, you can head on over to tablestory.tv/pledge, where you can check out the Patreon that we have. We've got all kinds of wonderful stuff on there. Artwork. We've got lore from the shows that we do. We have podcasts that we do with GM tips, podcast versions of our shows. We have character sheets. We've got all kinds of great stuff. So go check it out. And we'll also be running a shill show this Saturday to help us keep the lights on. That will be a D&D 5e Goblins That Stole Christmas. We're going to be doing a very silly sort of shill show experience. So hopefully you join us for that. Otherwise, let's go around the room and let's do some shout-outs. PB, would you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Sure. Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry, and I played Gabriella for you today. And I am currently playing through Blade Runner from 1995, and then I'm going to do Chrono Trigger, my first ever playthrough of that. So I'm very, very excited. And yeah, I will be streaming most of the days this week. So come and hang out. I know it's the holidays, but I will be streaming. So that's it. This episode was amazing. I loved it.
Thank you, PB.
Jay, Brad, Myth, you were fantastic.
Fuck you, Fist.
Well, they had the intense scenes. Fist and I didn't. All right.
I agree. Fist fucking sucked this week.
Jesus Christ.
Can you pull your weight, please, Fist? God damn.
Back to like Whack just screaming at me like an abusive director.
All right, we can talk about it in our session that we're having. So if you, whatever you're feeling,
I can replace you. That cashier that took my order at McDonald's. Yeah, he could replace you. He's doing better.
Better job than you. Jesus, that's not what I meant. God. All right, I'm done talking now.
Just what you inferred. Myth.
Hi everybody, I'm Myth, or Mythomatic. You can find me over on twitter.com/Mythomatic, or you could see when I'm streaming. Yes, I stream as well. I do a lot of Star Citizen stuff and roleplay in things that anything I touch, I like to roleplay in. It's been a lot of fun. I played Dr. Quanta, or Dr. Donovan Quanta's Zephyr. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. It was great. I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday. And Fist, you did great today, because that negotiation scene was probably my favorite part of today. Was seeing just like, we got this, it's gonna be fun. I was like, oh sweet, this is awesome. Like action hero Rash Man, and of course Fist being behind
action
it was awesome.
Rash.
Yeah, it was super sick. I was super
stay?
excited. You get my vote. Yeah, you get my vote. Yeah. You're gonna have to. I don't know how much mine counts though. So
it's like getting voted off of a reality TV show. My vote's yes.
PB started the vote.
Fist did great, and this is why.
Sorry, it's been a political week. Anyway, so thank you everybody. It's been wonderful.
I'm staying.
All right, so I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Fucking Ned.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, Myth. Jay.
I'll wait until the goats finish bleating. Hang on. Yeah, that was cool. I really enjoyed that. I will say nothing, of course, but it's interesting to see some of the fuckery coming out. This is interesting. Plot thickens. I'm Jay Britton, voice actor, and let's face it, I might as well just say voice actor and streamer now, because apparently I do. Voice actor and streamer. You can find me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jay Britton. Tomorrow I'll be on about 8 p.m. I think we're going to run through to across midnight, technically into Christmas Day. So come have a first little Christmas with me. I don't know what we're going to play. Phoenix Point maybe, or more Rage 2, just shooting people in the face, because that's my life now. Yeah, that was awesome. And Merry Christmas to you all in chat, because obviously we won't see you until after Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm spreading Christmas cheer because it really pisses off everybody, including Brad. So that's good. Merry Christmas, everybody. And I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Jay. Fist.
Hi, I'm Fist of the Walrus, and I played Stu Flanagan. With enough votes, he will not disappear into the firmament forever. So please put that code in for our mass voting system that we have. But I had a really great time. I always enjoy these episodes. Oh my god, the feels on this one, and just I look forward to it. I'm not really doing too much over at my channel. I got an Ark sub server because I had an itch for some Christmas themed Ark shenanigans. That's pretty much all I've been doing. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Fist. Brad, the essence of Christmas.
It's me, Mr. Bar Humbug himself. I actually really like Christmas Day because it's the one day of the year that everyone's too busy and they leave me alone. I'm home alone. There's no one outside. You go outside, it's like that 28 Days Later scene, and there's no one around. Everyone's at Christmas dinner tables and stuff, and I'm the only person in the world, and I love it. So actually, I really like Christmas Day.
Brad goes on his dog walks and is like skipping.
Oh, it's so good, dude. I just let him off the leash. He runs in the road. You know, there's no one for him to try and kill. It's the best. I am going to be streaming on Christmas Day. I'm going to start Fable because they released Fable Anniversary, so I'm going to play that on Christmas Day. So if you want something to watch on Christmas Day, it's going to be me sitting here bloated with candy because there's no one to stop me. Ha, wife. I shit you not, I bought 3 giant cakes today for myself, family-sized cakes, just for me to eat while the wife is away. Yeah, today's episode was weird. This is so difficult for me to play this character now. He used to be so straightforward, and now he's so horribly complex. And then I rolled a 1 on some sort of teleportation check, so I guess I've been fucking launched into the sun.
Elemental fire.
If I'm coming back, I'm already looking up Tokyo Ghoul Kaneki wigs so that I can come back as, you know, there's always in the anime where one comes back with grey hair. He has grey hair now. I get to be that character if I'm coming back. Gandalf the White or whatever. But I'm going to get, you know, that gets to happen to me. Or I'm dead. I don't know.
I have a theory.
I don't even know. I don't know what's going on.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I'm hoping I can just teleport in person now, but I don't think it's going to be as simple as that. And I also rolled a 1, which is so scary. For me, what just happened there, if this was the other way around and whack, Iridir is like, I was like, oh, Iro, you just teleport, and he rolled a 1, he's dead. You're done. Roll better. Like, there's no way a 1 isn't you're pulled into the firmament in like 45 bits.
That's a t-shirt. Roll better.
A 1. I don't know, man. Of course it was a 1. Yeah, anyway, it's been a great show this year so far. I'm really happy to have been on it, and you guys have all been good players, except for Fist, who's being kicked off for the next episode, in time for the next episode. We're getting rid of him finally. My vote was for Myth, but sorry, Fist, it's you.
to replace with Greg.
No, it's been really good. I've really enjoyed this show. It's been through so many like loops and twists and turns and things. It's so strange to play every week now. Kinda. I don't know. I like it, but I'm like, oh god, scared of what's going to happen to my character.
Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome.
I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you all for watching. As always, chat, we appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. Thanks for hanging out on our Discord. And if you're not hanging out on our Discord, you should be. Tablestory.tv/Discord. Come join us. Got a lot of like-minded people on there as well that are looking for cool tabletop things to join. There's looking for group channel on there. We have great conversations about the shows and things that we do. It's a really active Discord, and there's a lot of people on there. So come hang out. Come hang out. We'd love you to join us. And thank you to Brad. Thank you, Fist. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Myth. Thank you, PB, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. This was a great show, and I'm glad that we got to sort of introduce some more weirdness today into the show. And you gave me plenty of opportunities to do it, so thank you. It was good. It was good. And I guess if you are into the holidays and you like that kind of thing, well, happy holidays. Enjoy them. Hopefully you get to take some time off. My week is crazy, and it's all my fault. I have given myself a ridiculous workload this week. It'll be fine. I have to make 2 apple pies for tomorrow. Yay!
Yay!
So thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and hopefully we'll see you on Thursday for Witchcraft and Wizardry, which is normally tomorrow, but it's Christmas Eve. Moving it to Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Peace out. See ya.